Hey everyone, Jamie Phillips here, Action Auto Parts at the house. Went out to the junkyard today just for, I don't know, maybe an hour. Had a guy come up buy some Fusion, Ford Fusion parts. But the junkyard, which I'm not complaining, has been extremely busier than I thought. Plus trying to keep all the mowing done and remodeling the spec house next door, which leaves where we live kind of not getting the attention that it needs. And let me kind of show you some of what I mean. Of course, there's a bunch of cars over there that needs to go to the junkyard. This little old car, I've got the hood. I've bought a motor and a transmission for it. It needs floor pans up front. I've always loved those. It's one that my wife claimed, and till I bought her that CJ5, it's a project that I'd like to do something with. All right, now I'm a 79 Ford van. It runs 306 cylinder. It needs floor pans, but I've got them. I've got new old stock Keystone Classics in the garage for it. It needs to be cleaned up, some tires and wheels, do a few things. I could drive it, but there again, there it sits. This truck, actually, my plans when I got it was to clean it up, tighten up a few things, maybe take some Scotch-Brite pads and rub it down, get it all one color, sell it. I'm not going to keep it, but I've not had time to do that. Then this in here you may recognize from the farm. It's the red 76 Monte Carlo. As much as I love it, I'm probably going to sell it, but I like to get it cleaned up. That's why I brought it home. It'll run, but get it where it will run smoother, and then someone can tackle this if they want to. So that, between this car and that truck, several $1,000s to go toward my garage. The van I want to keep, the Pinto I want to keep. But let's step over here and look. See, I've got locust sprouts growing. I've cut those things down and poured stuff on them, but daggone, you can't hardly kill them. But my little Mustang 2 T-top car. I've got a parts car at the junkyard. It's got my interior. I still need to get a few things for it, but I'd love to drop a 302 in it. That little car is super, super solid, but there it sits because I've not had time. Ricardo, my 78 Chrysler Cordoba 360. I've got a parts car at the junkyard. I think I just need to put a new distributor in it and get rid of that lean burn system and then remount the gas tank. I've had this car cleaned up 2 or 3 times. It's starting to get some rust. I'm either going to have to get this thing going or, heaven forbid, but part it out, and I don't want to do that. I like this car. I wish this car, I couldn't get so much money out of it, I kept it, but because I like the big old 70s boats. So here's a 76 Monte Carlo. There's a 77 Ford LTD2, and then a 78 Cordoba. And then my dad's 79 Ford. So I've got a bunch of 70s, but I need to get that truck, that car fixed, ready, clean, go, sell them. This car, I think the lean burn system is bad. Put another distributor in it. If that's what it is, remount the gas tank and clean it up. I drive it. My LTD2, I've had this thing cleaned up a couple times. I think it needs a fuel pump because we've had it running, but it's not getting fuel. We kind of thought that might be what it is. I was after this car for years. I got it. I hate, of course, it's sitting underneath that big tree that it's gotten as dirty as it is. I have got to get this car pulled out, cleaned up, and see if I can get it running good because I love it. I love the body style. Then my dad's Ford 4-wheel drive. He passed in 2007. I ended up with it just a couple years ago. I traded around out at the junkyard. I've got the right bed. That's got a bump side bed on a dent side truck. I've got the right bed and tailgate now. The truck runs, or did 2 years ago, but I need to get on it and get it running, and I'd like to get it repainted. Some of this stuff, like the Cordoba or the LTD, I just buff them out, get them running good, and drive them like they are. But this I want to restore and put it back. He had that old homemade roll bar. I want to get it powder coated and put back on in memory of my dad. But that's a project. This here, my 79 Chevy Sport, it runs, again, sitting here and gotten dirty. A couple of the tires just went flat. I love this little old truck, but I've just not had the time to work on it. So yeah, I've got a lot of projects. Underneath the car covers a 57 Ford Fairlane 500 two-door. Got a straight axle front end. That quarter is the only bad spot on the whole car, and I've got the replacement quarter in the trunk. 57 Ford was my first car. I got this thing with the intentions of doing something with it. I would love to, but when push comes to shove, if it gets down to building my garage, I may end up selling it. I don't know. I don't want to, but I get over here looking at it. I'll say when I'm not looking at it, yeah, I'm gonna sell that car, and I get over here looking at it like, no, I don't want to. My 63 Bug, yeah, it's got a little rough, but daggone it, I like that little car. It needs an engine, but probably I may end up selling it. I don't know. Then I got my 2 dune buggies over there. I desperately would love to have one of those on the road. I need a good running VW engine sticking them. So as you can see, I've got some projects that really ain't gonna take much other than a little bit of time, a little bit of money, like this. I think a fuel pump, maybe clean out the fuel lines. I don't know, but it runs. It's just not getting fuel. But that car would be so sweet. This car, I think, don't like much, and it would be going. That truck, my van, some of those. Now the Mustang would need some stuff done to it. My 72 International. I love this truck. 6-foot bed. I've got a good grill that I picked up at a swap meet. Pull the bumper out. I wouldn't repaint it, but it needs a floor put in the bed. The bed looks good. Pull the bumper out, paint it. Get the fender kind of hammered back down. The thing I would like to do to it, where it was an old state highway truck, is take those mirrors off and do a Smokey Bear thing, and it's a Department of Forestry, and then like up here, only you can prevent forest fires, do a little something like that. I'd love to have that truck running. I've actually got, it's a 6-cylinder 3-speed on the column. I've actually got a built 327 I wouldn't mind dropping in it. Big project, my Sprint Mustang. There again, sitting underneath this tree. I have got to get it moved. I was lucky that nothing fell through the back glass this past winter, so that is definitely something I've got to get out of here, get it moved. Pull the old 351 Cleveland. This front clip's got to come off and put a new one on it. And I got the fenders and the hood and the grill. So there's that. That Ford, Chevy, Corvair, Dodge, Cougars, they're all junkyard bound. Another car that I've not had it running in a year or so, but I've drove it all over the place up here, and the bucket seats is sitting in the garage, done been re-upholstered. It's my 77 Datsun B210. I got a parts car down there. You know, again, I love it, a little car. I put it where I thought out of the way, and then it got surrounded by other cars, which I've since either sold or moved, and I'd like to get it out. That car I was going to fix because of the rarity. I think I'm just going to put it in the junkyard and part it out. So basically, other than my skinny cab, that whole road down through there has got to go to the junkyard. So I guess what I'm saying, and that ain't even counting. Let's walk up this way, shall we? I know I'm rambling, but you know, I get out here and I get mad at myself because I've not got stuff done, but then I've been working 7 days a week, and there isn't enough hours, I guess, as they say, in the day. But my 63 Ford, you know, I don't know what it needs. I know the ignition fell out, so it might just need the ignition, which I bought a new one. I've got to get this junk picked up. That was off of a pick, and I just threw it out on the ground, and then there it is. But that truck, it was a one owner, family owned till I got it. Sold brand new in the town, Stanford, that I'm in. I've had a bunch of people try to buy it. I'm like, I'm not selling it. I'd like to do something with that truck. My little Cadillac Cimarron, it needs a fuel pump. I know what's wrong with it, and it runs. I've just not had time to do it, and I like that little car. That one could be easy. This one, I don't know. Then up here on the porch, 70 Lincoln Mark III. Guy started restoring it, lost interest in it. I bought it, put it on the porch, try to keep it halfway covered up, and there it sits. I got to air the back tires up. They've about ruined now because they was older tires anyway, but they need new valve stems in it. Over here underneath that sheet sits the 460 that goes back in it. I've got all the parts. It just needs to be put together, and I've not done it. I've not done it. So it's almost like next week they're calling for rain, which if it's raining, I can't do a whole lot outside, but I can get in the garage and start doing some stuff. I need the money because I've bought a lot of cars and stuff, but at the same time, man, if I had somebody that would help me, that would show up and help me here at the house, I could try to get some tires aired up and some cars moved, and if it's not going to rain, wash them, clean them up, throw a hot battery on them, see what I mean. This car here is so quiet, but it's still not picking up gas. Maybe I ain't put enough in it. We just want to put a few gallons in it, but I need to get it going and try to sell it. I need to get that truck going and try to sell it. But I'd like to get these all pulled out, spray the gravel, get those locusts cut down, reline them up before winter, get the ones that means the most to me kind of over here, and then hopefully before winter get all the ones that needs to go to the junkyard. But yeah, I've not been able to do the things that I'd like to do because of time and money, a little bit of both really, but that's just kind of what I wanted to show you. I got a lot of projects, I got a lot of cars that means a lot to me. Some don't mean as much, but you know, till I can get a garage built and we get everything kind of moved out there, they're just setting. So I've got to get some of them running, cleaned up, tires aired up, just like the Lincoln. At least get the tires, get it up off the ones that's on it, because it's ruining them because they've been flat for too long. But yeah, that's I mowed the yard. I got that much done, and then like I said, sold a few parts this morning. But I'm gonna jump off from here, and I bought a pretty cool banana seat bike yesterday. I may do another video on it either tonight or tomorrow one. I think you all enjoy it, so give me a thumbs up, please. Leave a comment. There's the thumb. Subscribe, please. I was at 382, and I guess I don't know if 2 people got mad or what, but anyway, I'm back at 380. I would love to get to 400. I would just feel like I've accomplished something on YouTube. But give me a subscription. Check out Auto Salvage Outlaws. Check out Beamer and Son Garage. Barry's kind of going through what I'm doing. He's trying to get his place straightened up, move some stuff around, and that's what I want to do here. Get about 15, 20 moved out to the junkyard and revamp, remove some stuff, take the big box truck out there to the junkyard, but it's got car parts in it. I'm not going to junk it or nothing, but make some room here so that I can keep the ones that's kind of means something to me and be able to do a little bit more to them. So please give me a subscription if you would, and yeah, just help me out. I would appreciate it. Y'all have a tremendous rest of your Sunday evening, and I'll catch you in the next one.